You know, it's important to get perspective on situations like this when they happen. So Sergeant Larry Gordon is here tonight. He's a SWAT crisis negotiator. Now, Sergeant Gordon, thanks for joining us. And you know, we've been watching this play out for almost 6 hours now. We understand that the police and the negotiators are in communication with the subject. Does any of this surprise you right now?
No, I think it's a good thing that you have nothing has happened. It's been 6 hours, and the negotiators, your job is really just to de-escalate the situation and try to get the people that's inside out safely. And a lot of times, time is on the police officer side if they use it wisely. So hopefully that's a good sign.
And based on your expertise, we understand that police have evacuated the area. They've urged folks not to go to that area, but we're seeing what has been described as a massive law enforcement presence there. Everyone from local to federal officials are watching this. What exactly has your experience told you about situations in synagogues or temples like this?
The bad thing about that is just the motivation of what this individual is doing. And we've heard, I think we heard the previous guest talk about maybe he wanted a sister released or something like that. So basically he's holding them for a substantive demand. So maybe the officers out there can try to get him to possibly let them go based on the fact that his sister or wherever the situation is that he wants, maybe can give him something, maybe to release a few hostages, and somehow just to get those people out safely without having to do what we call an emergency assault and try to rescue the people.
Yeah, you know, Sergeant Gordon, that's kind of unique. We heard Congresswoman Van Dyne mention that Homeland Security individuals told federal politicians that this may involve a sister who has some kind of controversial political ties. Now, for an individual or subject rather, to go into a place of worship and not necessarily immediately harm anyone, but make demands against that person, that's kind of telling to law enforcement in terms of what they want.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing you want to do as a negotiator. You want to know what this person's motivation is. What motivated him to go into this place of business, place of worship, or whatever the case may be, to figure out, okay, this guy wants this, he wants his sister out, he wants money, he wants whatever he wants. And then you work it that way. You find out what the motivation is, you work it and try to get him to de-escalate that situation and figure out how we can get him and everyone else safely. And that's what our job is. And if you know what that motivation is, that's what you want.
Sergeant Gordon, thank you so much for your time and for that perspective. We'll continue watching this unfold. We know that we can call on you to give us some more perspective when needed.